Hey y'all, it's Cass. I have a bunch of like the really fun, cool debt-free charts here because I love to color. And so I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to work through. And I want to make it fun and like gamify it. Oop, these ones are not included in that. But I'm not going to do any chatting through this video. I'm just going to be coloring. So this will be just time lapse, or maybe actually what I'm going to do is just vibe out and color. I'll probably speed it up in post and then do some yapping with a voiceover after or during when I'm editing, you know, the things. But without further ado, I'm just going to jump in and get to coloring. So we're starting with my 3-month emergency fund, and here along the bottom you see there's $4,235, and then here's my screenshot. This is going faster than I thought. It was $4,800, which is what I have in my Ally emergency fund, kind of like savings account now. So first I'm working to the 3-month emergency fund, and then I'm working towards the 6, the 9, the 12. That's the goal, is to be a year ahead. So what you're seeing me do here is pull open my month ahead binder. Even though I believe that I've been calling this like my 1 month ahead, truly it's just always going to be accumulating to get me to my year ahead on budget. 6 months I think is my ideal, but I would love to just continue to build it. But you saw me adding that up. So that came out to $4,887, and then I divide that by the 128, which is what each space is. And I tried to count this twice, and I only came out to 99, not 100 pieces. So I don't know if there was an error. I'm just not seeing a piece. I'm not sure. But it is what it is. Right here you see me making the dots so that I can be like more on top of it. And this part I'm just coloring, which seems really obvious. But yeah, I think my big goal here is just to like always be getting ahead. And I know that I talked about having my like whole 1 year CD cycle. I think I said it in one video, my CD ladder, but I had a question about that from someone, and I will make a different video about it because it's like my other main goal is to get 12 years ahead on my at least half of our monthly budget. Those are my big goals, is get a CD that has a year's worth of income in it, and then pay off my mortgage before I'm willing to retire. So it's a long way to go when I'm at $411,000, like you maybe saw in yesterday's video. But yeah, it all starts with just always adding money. So kind of like you saw, I have the 4,800 ahead, which is not ahead in my Ally high yield savings account, which, you know, per what was at the bottom of this sheet, that is just a touch over a month ahead. So this next round that I've been saving into what I have told you guys is the 1 month ahead binder will now technically put me as a 2nd month ahead in my savings account. And that's all building to this 3-month emergency fund. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say here. I'll check back in when we're coloring the next one. And just like that, we head into the next challenge, which I don't know if you call it challenge worksheet, is Detris. And this is crazy because my entire total debt that I was pointing at when everything was added up was $517,438, which is crazy. And here you see me adding up kind of what I owe, including that orthodontics, and that comes out to $474,480, which is still how much money I owe, which just blows my mind. I realized I was doing the wrong calculation here by dividing. I meant to subtract to see how much we've paid off, which is almost $43,000. But mind you, that this started in 2024 when we got the mortgage. So 2 years to pay off $43,000 is not my favorite, but when I took how much we've paid off minus how much each piece is, which is $2,587, that lets me fill in the 16.6. I just did 16 because that's a whole number, pieces, because each level, this blew my mind when I was doing these calculations, but each level is almost $130,000 to pay off to color a whole level of this in. So like this worksheet is in for the long haul. And I think that's kind of the reason I wanted to do it, because I want to track this long term. Kind of like I was saying when I was filling out the other one, like I need to pay my mortgage off before I'm willing to retire. I act like that's coming up. I'm 36, so it's like I'm not even close to that. But that's like pie in the sky. Have no more mortgage payment. I say ever, but like who knows what's going to happen in my life. I mean, right now my goal is to stay in this house to get both my kids through school and probably college, and then maybe reconsider when my 2-year-old that you will see later, her hands anyway in this video. She does a lovely job of helping me color. But she's only 2.5 truly. So we have so long to go. If we just paid the minimum payment only on our mortgage, I believe we would have 24, 25 more years to pay out of the 30-year mortgage. And I know that may sound confusing because I'm like, we took this on in March of 2024, which is true, we did. But the reason that it's down by so many years, and we got a 3.25 interest rate in 2024, which wasn't a thing because they were all 6 and 7% then. That's because we assumed the mortgage from another person. And we did that through the VA status because they had a VA loan, they were allowed to allow somebody to take over their mortgage and still stay at the 3.25 percentage. And I'm yapping. We've already moved on. So here, this is I'm tracking this Conquering That Mountain for my credit card debt, which was at $18,100 last month, but this month went down to the $17,900, which I don't even know why I chose to divide 200 by the 181 per each slice. Like I knew it was only going to be one. I don't know. I think I just got in a flow here. But yeah, I've been trying to find, and truly I feel like this was the proper worksheet for it because I've been on a debt payoff journey before. I've talked about this in another video, I think one of my first ones. So this is not my first time doing all of this, but I somehow have found myself in the same trap of something that I was so excited to be done with. And so I'm calling it Conquer That Mountain because I need to do this and do it for real and be done with it. And then our next lovely sheet that we are moving on to is our solar loan, which I think I kind of filled this out backwards. Usually I've seen people go coloring it from bottom to top, but that's okay. So our original was the $43,500. And I believe that I just showed it to you and I wasn't paying attention. I think it was $38,000 and some money, some money that I owe. And so it kind of sucks that I'm not able to color that much when the reality is that we've been paying on this for 2 years. And after 2 years, I'm only able to color in the 5 boxes, the 5 lines. And so that just feels not exciting if you think every 2 years we can pay off 5 or 6 lines. That sounds and feels and looks yucky and awful. So even though this is at a 2.5%, it weighs on me heavy. It really weighs on me heavy that I have this. You know, I complain because like my energy bill literally is like $20 a month, if that, whereas other people I know are paying $200 to $300 a month, so I should be grateful for it, but I'm pissed because I'm paying $188, $190, basically almost $200 a month to this loan, so then it makes it feel like I'm not making any savings because I'm paying the same. I'm still losing that money, if that makes sense. So that's why you see me have, and probably will continue to hear me have, so much frustration with this. So even though it's at the 2.5%, I more than likely will pay it off way quicker because I hate it. Moving on, this is, you see a Super Saver and a Stack Man that I haven't finished coloring in, but these are working towards $3,000 of my son's graduation gift. There's my daughter. She's coming in and telling me all the colors that she sees. She's so cute. I thought about throwing her voice in here, but I just feel better keeping as much of her out of anything, period. Moving on. I haven't started that stuff with my son yet. This growth for my money tree, or whatever it was just called, this is just a way I wanted to visually track how I'm saving or contributing to my Roth IRA, which I don't know what I'm doing here calculation-wise. I'm making a hot mess. But I made a mistake here because you saw me subtract the $1,050, and that's because that's what I've already contributed to my Roth. But I didn't go into my binder, my Roth binder, like I did for my month ahead binder to add up what I've already saved, because at some point all those challenges will be going directly to fund my Roth IRA. So that's a mistake I made, but I'll try to make sure that I like take care of that next time we color in any of this stuff for the following month. My daughter's so cute. I was asking her, I was like, please give mommy a different color. Please pick a color for mommy there. But yeah, she's just having a blast trying to color in for me. And she's the sweetest. And I'm only able to color in 14 leaves out of 100 here. So it's still a long way to go, but I've been able to max this out the last 2 years, and it's one of my other really big goals because I'm wanting my Roth to be my bridge between when I'm ready to be done working and when I can actually like truly take retirement at the right time. So that's the whole thing. I'm just trying to build a bridge. But yeah, basically this is about to be done, but thanks for watching, and always hoping to just continue to make progress, and I love her so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.